Remote sensing of climate. Since 1959, when the first space-borne observations of solar irradiance and cloud reflectance were made by the Vanguard 2 satellite, remote sensing gradually became a key observation and research method in climate change studies. Satellite data of land, ocean and atmosphere are used to model and simulate the dynamics climate system in the past, present and future. Although satellite remote sensing, on a climate history timescale, is a relatively new technique, and therefore has some limitations such as short data spans of satellite records, biases associated with instruments and uncertainties in retrieval algorithms, it has to be considered in a series of particular applications that are listed in Table 3. Remote sensing in climate change studies. Objectives and study area. The main objective of the present work was to determine surface area changes of glaciers in the commune of Alto del Carmen, Chile, in the near north during the past 2 decades. And the specific goal of the study was to link these changes to climate variability in the study area. Our study focuses on the following glaciers and glaciers located in the commune of Alto del Carmen: Toro 1, Toro 2, Esperanza, all defined as glaciers, Guanaco, Estrecho, Amarillo and Los Amarillos, all defined as glaciers. C. Ref. Found out that their spatial distribution is highly correlated with natural factors, such as terrain characteristics, solar radiation and shadowing effects. Ref. Indicates that only little ice flow exists and that surface areas are smaller than 2 sq.km in 2007. Furthermore, they mention, based on ground penetration radar, GPR, measurements, that ice thickness can reach up to 100 meters. More historical studies of area changes have shown that during the past 50 years, surface area has reduced significantly in almost all glaciers and glaciers. Furthermore, it is noteworthy that an important mining project of gold, silver, copper and minerals is developed in the nearby vicinity. At first, the responsible mining company, Barrick Gold, proposed to move Toro 1, Toro 2 and Esperanza Glacier, as they were considered of little relevance to the basin water, are located in the pit area of the foreseen mine and were in process of disappearance, observed high melt rates. National and regional environmental commissions, CONEMA and COREMA, respectively, approved the mining project in general. Nevertheless, they made a couple of observations to the initial proposal and prohibited to move glaciers. As a consequence to the already carried out exploitation activities, such as drilling, and installation of infrastructure, for example access roads, several negative effects can already be observed. Watershed, there are 2 rivers, which are directly affected by the Pascua Lama mining project, as their source is in that area and are fed by melting snow that infiltrates the ground. On the Argentinian side, it is River Turbio, and on the Chilean side, it is El Estrecho River. On its way through rocks and materials that make up the upper river sources, the water comes into contact with the minerals in the soils of the Pascua Lama deposit. Due to its chemical and mineralogical composition, water becomes acid and can dissolve metals contained in the rocks. Glacier. In 2001, COREMA approved the so-called Environmental Impact Assessment of the Pascua Lama Project, which was presented by Barrick Gold. In this study report, several environmental impacts were outlined. Furthermore, several mitigation measures and monitoring programs were proposed to protect the environment. The assessment covered those environmental components, which were considered as most relevant, including air quality, levels of noise and vibration, flow and quality of surface and groundwater, geomorphology, drainage and soil, vegetation and flora, terrestrial fauna, aquatic flora and fauna, landscape, cultural heritage, road service levels, and socio-economy. Nevertheless, glaciers were not considered to be protected. It was proposed to move them to a different location. As this was never realized, the mining company constructed a transportation road right through one of them,